I wanted to write a little on an aspect of Masonic education. I'm a former editor of the Journal of the Masonic Society. I was very proud of this publication, but the journal itself is not the subject of this paper. I wanted to explain how a cover for one of the issues came into being, and a most interesting comment that was made about it. The cover for issue 41 is from original artwork by Brother Ivan Ivanov. For each of the issues, Brother John Bridegroom, the art director, found some outstanding piece of art and created a cover. I think that the cover for issue 41 is one of the best covers that I've seen anywhere. The art was an esoteric mystical piece entitled The Tarot, A Path to Freemasonry, and consisted of 3 individual pieces of art: the Emperor, Hiram of Tyre, the High Priestess, Sora Mystica, and the Hierophant, Solomon, King of Israel. I was very pleased with the final design of this cover. So, as I normally did, I posted the cover in a few places online as promotion for the upcoming issue. I received one strong objection to the cover. It truly surprised me. The brother said that he objected to the cover and would skip this issue of the magazine because it showed a woman on a Masonic publication. He said that he should not have to tell us, but Masons are not to communicate Masonic secrets with women. I was, frankly, a bit confused by what he was saying, and after a bit of thought, I simply sent him a few pieces of art from Mackey's Encyclopedia. They were all showing various women in this classic Masonic publication. I didn't bother with the countless other images of women in various classic and modern Masonic publications. I thought that this would be enough. The brother answered me by sending me back the very same comment, but this time in all caps. Masons are not to communicate Masonic secrets with women. I refrained from sending him back a message saying that of all the things of which I have been accused, telling Masonic secrets to artwork on a magazine cover is not one of them. I decided to ignore him. But in thinking about it, I realized that we are finding increased misinformation about what is and what is not allowed or what qualifies as a Masonic secret. I believe that when trying to deal with Masonic secrets, understanding why we have secrets is just as important as knowing the secrets themselves. There must be some reason for something to be a secret. Safety and money are probably the 2 best reasons to keep a secret. If bad people are trying to hurt you and you're trying to hide away, then keeping your location a secret is important for obvious reasons. Likewise, if you own, say, a popular soft drink company, then keeping your recipe out of the hands of the competition keeps you in business. But for what possible reason does Freemasonry today need to have secrets? I believe that the reason is one of the less popular reasons for keeping a secret. Even if it is a meaningless and unimportant secret, it creates a bond between them. They share something. It is this bond that holds together the brotherhood of Freemasonry. In most parts of the world, Freemasonry is not outlawed. We are not under physical threat simply by being a Freemason. It is true that in some places where anti-Masonry has gained a foothold, if someone is discovered to be a Freemason, then their employment could be in jeopardy. In such areas, Grand Lodge seek to keep membership rosters private. But this is different than being stood up against a wall and shot for the crime of being a Freemason. The secrets of Freemasonry are normally limited to modes of recognition and the obligations. Some jurisdictions consider minutes of the lodge a secret, but since these minutes are written records, most jurisdictions simply consider them as private and not to the level of a secret. Sadly, some with obvious limited understanding of what is and what is not a secret come up with silly ideas of what constitutes an actual violation of our obligations. The artwork that I mentioned on the magazine cover is just one example. I've heard some suggest that even to say hello or say anything at all to someone who belongs to a jurisdiction not recognized by you is a violation of our obligations. It's just nonsense. The problem comes when the nonsense is spoken by someone who has the authority to end your Masonic membership. Unfortunately, our lack of Masonic education spanning so many years has resulted in some with little to no understanding of Masonic practices gaining just about every possible office in Masonry. And they have done so. The answer is simple or difficult, depending on your level of Masonic education. We need to teach, and then teach some more. I don't mean advanced philosophical or alchemical references in our work. I mean the basics. Too many Masons simply do not understand Freemasonry itself. They see it only as a place to get a hot meal, visit with friends, and listen to minutes. I cannot be more direct. If someone is not entitled to sit in a tile lodge of Masons, then you cannot share modes of recognition, obligations, or anything that is reserved for a tile lodge of Masons. It does not mean that you cannot speak with them about the general subject of Freemasonry. It does not mean that you cannot tell them the name of your lodge, where it is located, or anything that is contained in any of the many commercially published Masonic books and encyclopedias. The vast amount of information concerning Freemasonry is completely open to the public. The idea that this is not true is simply wrong. I do not mean that we should argue with Masons who do not know something yet profess that they do. I also don't mean to defy those in authority who profess nonsense as if it was fact. I mean to avoid discussions with those sorts of Masons and gather with like-minded brothers. Make sure you know your law book, ritual, and customs. Make sure that you are not actually the problem, and then share and discuss this knowledge with those traveling your same path. A growing number of Masons are discovering that by gathering at dinners outside of lodge, they are better able to explore Masonry than in the confines of lodges run by those with the club mentality. Now, of course, I mean to find out the rules of your Grand Lodge and follow all laws and customs required for such gatherings. But once you know that all is well, gather. I know of chartered lodges that have been formed out of these very sorts of dinners. Like-minded Masons gather, share Masonry, and then form lodges. It is natural that those who are on the same path travel better together. There is no lack of loyalty or ungratefulness in leaving a lodge that is not a good fit for you. We all know that some lodges are in serious trouble. We know that the few members remaining want the lodges to be successful, but sadly, most of these do not have members who are willing to grow or do the things necessary for their lodges to be successful. Don't fall into the guilt trap and remain in a failing club lodge because you feel that they need you. You can't truly help others until you help yourself. Get yourself in a true Masonic atmosphere, and then you will be able to teach by example and thereby help all. It may take a bit of time to get all of this to sink into the hard heads of those who believe that they know it all, but it will eventually get there. Or Masonry will move on without them. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy the videos, please hit the like button and subscribe to us. Please pay a visit to the Cornerstone Book Publishers website at cornerstonepublishers.com for outstanding Masonic education. See you next time.